Good morning, everyone. How's it going? Hello, hello. London time. I was just checking my funded next because I had an eval, and I don't know if any of you guys were trading the open Friday, and I just saw them move very clear to the upside, and I wanted to position myself for the next move up because it was very clear to me how we Thursday did not do something. And I was like, and then I saw it when we had the opening range gap. I'm like, okay, we're going to get a very a big gap up. And I actually mentioned it in pre-market prep. If we don't go down, depending on how we are going to behave. But what happened, it just breached my account because of the volatility. I don't know what happened. There was a trade evade issue and I just lost my account. I never even went under my whole entry. I was up a lot with one micro because it just spiked up through everything, and I still don't have my account back. So I'm pretty pissed off, to be honest, because it was supposed to be done automatically. I got hold of then I get some bullshit chat like, oh yes, let's hope it works out, and then again this morning again I reached out, and now they finally made a ticket. It happened Friday. It should have been solved already, so I'm pretty pissed off. So I'm not too happy about funded next lately. Also, when I paid a new eval a while back, the payment didn't go through, but on my end it did. It took me days to get that eval. So again, it takes me days. So I'm sort of like getting a little bit annoyed with it. I told you guys they were the only ones that I were using, but I'm pretty pissed off about this, to be honest. I was wondering anyone else had that issue with trade evade. You position yourself just before the move, and the move never got down below my my entry before it already took me out. But anyway, so I was just checking that, and still I told them, listen, if I don't have it back on London, I'm going to move elsewhere. I'm just fed up. It's never free. You never get a reset. It's just a lot of lip service. And lately they're not really doing well, I think. But anyway, just want to vent that a little bit. So I'm just curious if anyone else had hey, Wax Graham, how are you? Did anyone else trade the Open? I mean, New York Open was awesome Friday. Well, now look at what's happening in our nice macro already. Let's have a look. Oh, look at that nice little candle. Isn't that beautiful? Okay, so in reference to what happened Friday, I went over price action on NQ already. Like, okay, what is likely to happen? What do I think can happen? We took out all three previous day highs on Friday, and you see the green lines here. Previous day high, previous day high, previous day high. We all took them out on. Obviously, we have a new one on Friday, but we took them out. We all took them out. And in this week, we only took out. We have a lot of previous day lows left, right? So I find it difficult to really frame up or down higher time frame because I can see it both ways, to be honest. Now I do see higher time frame. We sort of have equal. It's just a sweep here, right? And we're in this BC. But we just took these equal highs here. We have equal highs below us. So I'm just wondering if we go a little bit more into this for our CB to go down to these more into this wick. So I can see there's some really nice liquidity up here as well. I mean, I really like this area as well, but I think Monday might be a day just to see what happens. Anyone else has an idea about the higher time frame analysis? And I would like to know if anyone traded Friday as well. I mean, Friday was pretty awesome, but I was pretty annoyed that I lost that account, which wasn't my fault. I I would not have traded afterwards, to be honest. I would have just, this was the move here that we had the opening range gap. It was just beautiful. The opening range gap, we went really, really fast through it. After 10 o'clock, 9:50 was a continuation. And I had this already marked out, this area, and I would have taken it. My level was 20, was around here. But yeah, I just didn't want to take the risk. It was still a nice move that I would have taken, but I lost the account. So it was very volatile, right? It was the tariff news that came out, and it was a very large. This was just, I mean, the 10 o'clock news. I mean, it was beautiful. We had a retest here, and then boom. And I positioned myself just 1 minute before 10. And it was just so clear to, we had liquidity here. It was just beautiful. And then, I don't know, still not sorted. So annoyed with it. I didn't want to trade my live account or anything else, the volatility. So it was just mainly evals. But yeah. Three days later, I still don't have my account back. It's ridiculous. Actually ridiculous. But anyway, can't change anything about it now. Well, we're clearly in a buy program. We took these equal highs here. Are we going to go up here? 922. We're going to go higher into, wow, we did go into this wick already. The end walk is here. We started here. Hey, Lock and Q, it's just Haney. Oh my God, you mean the stonk, Brian Stonk? Hey guys, I think everyone who is heavily in prop, they're all, it's all a bunch of lies, and trading becomes secondary to them. I mean, you mean Brian Stonk, right? Who came out and says Bonnie lied about it for years, so equal. Oh, but who's Justin? Is Justin someone else? I mean, Brian Stonk is also. I mean, Apex is now fighting back. I mean, it's sort of like he's the fall guy, right? I mean, you have to wonder about all of them. I don't think they. How can anyone follow Apex rules and make so much money? It's impossible with. Listen, guys, I'm going to tell you one thing, and it's just, it is so annoying. The lying and and just the. I mean, I'm going to say something else. I watched Jade Cat's video, and every time, if you make millions, why do you still need to push a prop firm code? And every video is literally about the same, the failure swing pattern. And it's just like, okay, it's about the failure swing pattern again. It's the same video. And every time it's like, oh, make sure to use my code. But if you make millions, why do you need to, push a prop firm so much? It makes you really wonder. And I think all of them, no one excluded. The moment they start pushing prop firms, trading becomes secondary. They fund their challenge accounts with it so they pretend to do really well, but it's secondary. It's not, trading is not, It's just secondary. It's just a shill. I mean, it's just disgusting. But who's Justin is just saying? I don't know about Justin. I just know about Brian Stonk. And now a few of them are coming out. They're like pretending they were open about how much. You know, he went through over 700 PAs, I believe. He blew up over 700. Was it 700 PAs? Well, listen, I'm going to tell you honestly. I watched Jade Cap's last video this weekend, and I was like, oh, it's the same. The title is, oh, the 940 move. It happens all the time. Never in the video he mentions 940, and it's again about the same pattern. And every time you watch his videos about the same time, he says, oh, make sure to use my Apex code. I'm like, if you pull millions and every time it's the same thing, oh, I'm the most profitable trader, and why would you want to even lower yourself to pushing a prop firm code when you make so much money? You don't even, I mean, it's just, the moment, listen, someone told me, and Tanya's still my favorite girl, but Tanya used to be clean. She never used to do prop firm codes. And she used to have over 30,000, between 25K, 30,000K views. But I think she dropped it someone told me she dropped, and that's where the prop firm codes came in. It's just to gap that difference in finance. I don't know, because she never used to do it. She was clean a long time. But it's a shame. It's just a shame. But who's Justin? Yeah, I mean, listen, if they're selling something, and even it's prop firm, it is not about trading anymore. It's secondary. It is secondary. It is secondary. But anyway, yeah, it's just Haney. I do believe that he made that money, but if you keep on mentioning it in every video, why would you, promote yourself? Oh, I'm that one who did that every single time, the bragging and it's so disgusting. I mean, I'm sorry, it disgusts me, and everything is coming out now, and I don't know, it just gives me a bad taste in my mouth a little bit. But we'll see. We're gonna focus on trading and focus on building own accounts. And you know who I really like? I like Brox, Zusi. They don't do that bullshit, and they stay clean, and they give good advice. And Brock said something very, very. He said it's a tool. Platforms are just a tool. You use them, and you make money, and that's it. And then you just build your own account. You have to be ready for your own, but in all honesty, you have to be ready for your own account. You cannot just start your own account, because if you lose it, it's your own money, right? Yeah, every beginning, exactly. And the last video I watched this weekend, I just thought, let me watch it again, because I really was curious, not about just really want to learn, but I thought, oh, does he have something new now? And again, it was about the same swing failure pattern. Every video Jade Cap makes is about the same thing. He just has another title. It's all about how much money he made, and then again pushing the prop firm code, and literally it's about the same pattern, and it packed a little bit differently, and it's literally the same video. So I don't know. It's making me. I never doubted him, to be honest. I never doubted him, but now I'm sort of like, there's something off when you do that, right? People like Zuzi's, people like the ones that really make good money. You don't see them do that bullshit. You don't see them. They really provide something, or they sell. Well, they sell something as well. Don't get me wrong, but it different. They're not. It doesn't have a desperation. It's desperation. But anyway, let's leave it, because it makes me want to leave the space a little bit, to be honest, because I don't want to be in the same space, but I should not. I was thinking, I think that's too exaggerated anyway. But let's see, guys. We're clearly in the buy program. Let's go higher time frame. Let's go to the daily. It's a very negative space sometimes. It's extremely. Do you see this 4 hour here? We've been in this 4 hour. This is the range we've been in, right? If you look at this whole range from this little gap, that's literally the range we've been in. I just want to visualize this one here. So also I got a comment today about people who show the NQ1 don't know what they're doing. I do want to comment on that because I understand that there's more data on the monthly contract. I have a monthly contract open. I trade off the monthly contract. But for the stream, I use the NQ1. Why? Because I go back to for me, it's this being able to do higher time frame analysis. You have to weigh, you have to balance out what is important for me when I trade. I do look at the imbalances on, and it's bullshit that the NQ1 is highly manipulated. There's just less data. You go less into detail on the continuous contract, but you need it for higher time frame analysis. So the larger gaps and the higher time frame is very important to have that. So you cannot do the higher time frame analysis on, hey Abdul, how are you doing? You cannot do a higher time frame analysis from the monthly because you get stuck. Even the 4 hour, well, the daily and the weekly is very hard. But there were a few apps, indicators that I used to, and they couldn't. There was too much data on them to do that. So that's why I moved over to the continuous. But I trade off the monthly, and I think for the stream, I guess everyone else. You can look at the monthly contract as well, and it doesn't matter a lot if someone like me is on the continuous, I believe. But just that is, I don't want you to address that as well. I might go back to the monthly because I don't use that indicator anymore, so I might swap back, but we'll see when the time is right. Anyway, hey Vincent, how are you doing? Hello S3K, how are you doing? I actually fell this weekend and I sprained my ankle and I had a back injury already. So you would think, okay, I can't walk, so let's do something with the car. Can't do that either because of the back. So I can't sit too long. So I have to stand up a few times. So anyway, but look at this going, guys. Isn't it beautiful? We have an inversion here. I'll take this one off. Okay, so we see that we are in between this larger inversion. I'm going to take that off. I just want to see we're still in a range. We are still in that bloody range, and that makes it hard and unpredictable a little bit. Yeah, I'm getting to a point that I don't want to take any bullshit from bullshitters. Let me. Why am I so aggressive sometimes? I get very annoyed because you get a lot of bullshit from bullshitters. If you understand what I'm saying, and I'm just fed up with that. You know, you're trying to be transparent, honest, and just show your. And then it's just a lot of annoying people around. Not most of you, by the way. I love you guys, but you can tell when I'm annoyed, right? But it's because you get a lot of bullshit, and it's just a lot of lying and in the space of people that are just toxic. And I really want to try to keep that out of the stream, and I'm really very protective of that. So that's why sometimes I am the way I am, because I feel like I really have to. I really want to protect what we have and keep it small and personal and transparent and clean. Yeah, Vincent. Hey, listen. there was a the it comes down to the negativity of the whole space, and now that few people have been called out, and it makes me very upset that they got away with a lot of people, influencers have gotten away with a lot lately, in the last year, and they are still, but now they are being called out, and suddenly a few of them are pretending to be transparent. But there's a lot of it is just it's good that it's happening. I'm really happy. But anyway, guys, let's see. 24,921. That should be in this fair value gap. Let's see if that matches up. Yeah, I like that area. Um, yeah, no, so I still have a sprained ankle. I can walk, by the way. Yesterday I could do some few steps, but I still have a back. I can't, my back is just, it's not my back, it's a muscle from my hip going to my back. So I'm sort of like handicapped in a way now. So I guess that's why I'm annoyed as well, because my energy, I cannot get rid of my energy. I can't walk too long. I can't do this. I can't do that. So I'm like, ah. So be careful. Tread carefully today, my friends. I'm going to bite someone's head off. No, I was joking. I love you guys. I was really happy. Like, oh my God, I'm going to stream again. Um, and hang out with my crowd. So, but anyway, was anyone else impacted by the trade of aid issue? Yeah, Vincent, I am. But you get a lot of shit. You get DMs and people give you a lot of shit, and it's most likely the people that are the ones that are untrustworthy, that are not trustworthy themselves. So I don't want them here. I'm gonna be honest about that. Get the hell out of my. You have to be. You know what? If you have to stand up for yourself when you put yourself on Front Street. You have to stand clear where you stand for. And if you lose a few people that you don't want, that's all good, because you cannot keep everybody your friend. You cannot do that. Okay, let's go. Um, okay, we hit previous day. Yeah, Wax Graham, are you also impacted by that? So I lost my account unrightfully. Um, it was just one. Even after one, I positioned myself. I believe 9:59 before the 10 a.m. because I saw the. I didn't know how high, but I had a level 25, 20, 21. And I thought, okay, that's still a good level to go. And I positioned myself. And then we had that big spike at 10 o'clock. It was the tariff news. Yeah, I could not close it either. And but I already saw my account was breached, and it even didn't go down below my entry when it was already breached. And I still don't have my account back. Are you already sorted? Funded Next has not sorted my account. So, okay, so we hit previous day EQ. Previous day EQ is exactly here. Looks like a good scalp for 30 points long. So Wex, were you also long? Did you position yourself for that move to the upside as well? I mean, it was so clean, it was so beautiful. I'm just gonna put this, see how it goes. 6 2. Yeah, let's see if we can get a nice entry to the upside. I'm with you. Let me just 916. I like it to 916ish. Uh, I would like a long. I was in a short when it happened to me. The outage worked in my favor because price was dropping at the time. Oh, okay. But are you already, did they compensate you already or has it been sold? Because mine is not. So I'm pretty pissed off. Yeah, I like 1920 here. I've got like multiple levels, multiple confluences here. 4 hour IFVG, 50%, and another confluence on a fib that so I like to take it up to here. I'm gonna take that trade. Can I? Is my paper trade is here? Um, Border block 229. Oh yeah, no, so no, I was in that massive drive to the upside. So and that happened. So I positioned myself during the 950 macro, anticipating that move to the upside, and got punished for it. Not 229. Yeah, okay, I'm getting in. It's not working. One to one. No, I'm not gonna do this. Gonna wait. I don't like the time. I think we're going down. We're going lower first. This short. This here. Oh, I need to eat a little bit. Oh, you lost all your profits, but your own mistake. Yeah. I'm gonna try to see if they, because I told them, listen, London, I'm really fed. I mean, it shouldn't take this long, right? To I still think we're going higher though. Oh no, oh no. We might not. We might not. I just noticed something, guys. We might not go higher. I'll show you why. I'll show you why. There we go. We hit the event horizon already. That's why we're not going higher. I think we're going lower. This will be later on, maybe. You got equal lows here. Previous EQ. I'm gonna take a risk here. This is just a paper trade, guys. I want to just stop loss here, and then my TP. To 29. It looks like we are expanding, right? Yeah, it's wrong. It's still long. Uh, exactly. Reserve. It's very low probability, right? It could either go first here and then go there, or go here first and then. And because it's a 4 hour, and even if it would expand, it could go back and forth here for a while. It doesn't have to do anything. Yeah, I would be more inclined. 230. I think it's going lower though. For looks bullish. Yes, but look and Q. The thing is, with the 4 hour, it looks bullish, but we could still easily, because it's just started, right? So the thing is, it could easily go down for now. If you see, if as long as we don't go below the open, we could go into this area first and then go back up. So that's the point of the 4 hour. So that's why I want to go down to the 1 hour. I agree with you. Um, but we could also create four of these smaller ones, right? Could also be, because it's Monday. We had quite a bit of a move already in Asia. We had a move. Yeah, I'm inclined to go for a short into this area here, but the risk for me is not that interesting because the risk reward is just too small. I'm not really interested in those smaller moves. I would rather take a long from here if it goes back up. 3 a.m. will be exciting. Yes, always exciting. Oh, I need to eat something, guys. Oh, and I need to. Let me quickly. I need to stand up a little bit. My back. I'm old. I feel very old. Let me just do a little bit of a walk. I'll just do a little. I need to do a few steps. I'll be right back. Oh, so I'm handicapped with my sprained ankle and my back. Oh, oh, I feel old. I would hazard a guess long to 982. Well, once we go over, I do think if we go over here, once we go over the event horizon, and we have an hourly close, I would even go higher. But I'm just thinking maybe if we get another sweep over this one and no closure, it could go back down as well. So I'm a little bit careful. We are bouncing off the 61 feet. Okay, I need to take a few bites here. Mm, I wonder if we're the opening range gap. It's a lot of wicks here, right? To over here. I think this is just going to be they're just engineering liquidity for later on. Um, 2.1. So MNQ doesn't show. MNQ, it could be, there is different order flow on MNQ. Oh, you're right. Yeah, I see that. Um, I see. It would, if you look at MNQ, it looks more like it would, there would be, you would think it would go higher easily, right? Because it's just very inversion, which still needs to be like retested. MNQ would really make me more bullish as well. That's really weird, very different. No, it does look the same. Oh no, the 1 hour it does. Wags. If you look at the 1 hour, they look the same. They do look the same. Yeah, they do look the same. It's a 1 hour. Hey, Seek for Wisdom, how are you doing? But guys, it hit. I'm just not too sure about the move to the upside. Why I wouldn't trade? It could go up, but it just also hit the previous day EQ. So midnight to midnight midpoint. It looks bullish, but mm, we did go in the 15. We did go in the 15 minute though. I think it's okay. Okay, I want to go bullish for the next macro, but it's just 20 points. Where are you studying it from? What is just Haney saying? Waika, how to view top bottom tick? Do you know YK how to top and bottom tick? Hey guys, in all honesty, I think it's an awesome area. If you were in a trade, it was an awesome area to get out. It's previous day EQ. It's event horizon. We had a large, uh, the 1:52 a.m. made a displacement and it's consolidating. We took Asia. We took out equal highs already. We are in a buy program, that's for sure. enter at long. I think I'm just going to wait. I'm just going to wait. I want to see if it rejects at that 921-ish. I want to do some fibs from here. Hold on. For me, it's a bit of a gamble, to be honest. I can frame both ways. I can see we go up a little bit higher, then go down, or we go down. We got equal lows here, but we could also go higher into this fair value gap. But because we hit the EQ, we hit the event horizon. Are we accumulating for longs, or are we? Um, let's see what's happening here. I don't like this gap here. It's very spotty, this area. The one, okay, this is okay. Look at the 30 seconds. $253. Yeah, it's a short. I'm getting into a short. I just want to get. I'm paper trading, guys. Let's see. I'm just paper trading. Ooh, I would add here, to be honest. This would be an ad for me normally. Ooh, 2:56, almost 3 o'clock. I was hoping to have some movement already before 3 o'clock, but see what the 150 macro left behind as well. I think the 3 a.m. This will be the silver bullet in this area, the long from here. Let's see. Sort of a gamble. I mean, listen, guys, I would never trade this on my live account. This area is a bit of a gamble for me. I do have more. Obviously, I think this is highly more likely for me now than the other, but I can still see it spike up, tap into this, and wake back into the range. Because it's as long as there's no body closure here, it could still go up in this and still go down. So this is a D plus, C plus setup. We're gonna get some fireworks at 3. After consolidation, we're gonna get a nice move. I might be stopped out and still it might go down. Let's see. Hey, Mr. Chaos Factor. How are you doing? Three o'clock. We still have this little gap here. We have this one here. Jeez. Okay, 9:21 it is. I'm not touching this anymore. We could easily manipulate lower to make the lower wick and then go higher. I still favor the short. Just don't like the price action. We manipulate. We still have these all these gaps here. I'm still favoring short, but I wouldn't. I'm not interested to enter. I'm being stopped out twice now. Yeah. Um, well, so much for fireworks at 3. 3 past 3. Let's see what happens. Oh, come on. Move your ass. There we go. Come on. Just reject. Just go. 1 past, and what time did we move? 3 past 3. See, it stopped me out, so my stop loss, I need to journal why my stop loss. I still think it's going to go here. I think this will be the silver bullet entry, maybe for the no wags, Graham. We don't hold thumbs. You have your TP and your profit set. And obviously we hope it's a winning trade. But I mean, this was my trade up to here. 822, somewhere here. Now I would be careful here because we do have some imbalances here. Let's see. Yeah, there we go. So my stop loss was too tight. Here we go. Yeah, but I just don't like to use that language. Thumbs up, and we hope, and we you have to have confidence in your trade. Be confident. There we go. We tapped into it. This would have been my TP, as you could see. I would not take it any further from here. This would have been, I would have been out here, as you could see. But I do think we're going up. I think this is just the silver bullet, like I said, to go long. We do have more here. Hold on. Yeah, I'm getting long, so I like it here. Leave it a few more minutes, but I do. Let's see the end of the macro, but this would be my entry where I would like to go long. Or not. Let's see how it reacts. Sure. Like I said, I like this area for a long. So I'm just looking for an entry to enter. I'm gonna wait until quarter past. Let's see where price. How we're just watching this area that we formed with the 150 to 210 macro. If we don't get below this one, or if we do go lower, then I have to reassess. But I'm hoping we are not going to go lower. If we do, we're going to go back into to this end wall. But I don't think we're done yet to the upside. What do you guys think? Are we done to the upside or not? I really like this area. I really want to get long in this area here. I want to see if the SMT holds. Oh, I've got my account back. Finally, thank you. Okay, my account is back. Okay, let's see. 10 past. I want to see if this SMT holds. Well, I'm looking for 15-minute SMT now, actually. Where's my ES? I want to get long here. Gosh, no. I'm still going to get long because I think it's a good, it doesn't matter. Now, yeah. So this is exactly like what happens with the 1:30 to 2:10 in the afternoon. We always say 1:30 to 2 sets the stage for the afternoon move, right? And exactly, so if you have a large fair value gap that has been printing here, and with all those gaps on the 30 seconds, it was highly likely that we would go down first, right? Because it needed to rebalance all these spotty spots here. Now we're out of macro, so I'm wondering what we're going to do. So I'm thinking, should I take my profit and re-enter again near the macro? Or are we going to futz around again, go higher? But then I think I think I can do it higher, my TP. What do you guys think? I think my TP is too low. It's too conservative, right? What do you guys think? I'm just wondering my TP. I can do better, I think. I hate it when I don't have when I think I can do. Method, thank you. Endog, and there's an endog. Yeah, see, it's maybe endog day. We have to use them sometimes. 18th of February. See, method C. You see, we really need to have a better endog. 937. 937 matches with this one here. No, but it makes sense because it's exactly at 0.5. I'm going to lower my TP below this low here. I'm still within my 40 points, so that's fine. Endog matches with my 0.5. We're done on the macro. I could still be stopped out though, because it could just create equal highs and still go one leg lower because we still have inefficiencies here. I see it, I see them. If I would be stopped out here, I would re-enter straight away again to go up. But that will be seek and destroy. If it will go down now straight away, again, it's seek and destroy. Then I'm just not going to anticipate anymore. Okay, let's see. 320. Thank you, Meta, for pointing out the end of accumulation, manipulation, distributionist. Is it or not? Vincent, what do you think? Do we have our AMD here finally? Or are we being fooled? Accumulation, manipulation. I'm just gonna. This is a paper trade, guys. I'm not on. Let me check. Let me check. I think the move to the upside might be aggressive, right? You know, it still looks bearish to me in a way, to be honest. Continuation. 320 coming. I don't like it that we still have these inefficiencies here though. Still have some. We're just creating equal highs. We still have these inefficiencies. I think I'm going to be stopped out. 320. Oh, 321. I like it. I like it. I like it. Oh, my back. My front to the back, 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 back. 934. Front to the back. You just need to get over this event horizon. So this is an important level. 9, 10. See, there's no bodies anymore above this point. 9, 11. Oh my god, you're gonna make us wait until the 350 macro. Is that gonna be it today? Like remember, we still have these inefficiencies from this macro. I don't like that. I do like this structure to the upside, but what are you gonna do? What are you going to do? I think I want to get out of that trade, to be honest. You know why? It's leaving, it's spotty here, and I just don't like it that I still have these. I keep on saying it. They printed these for a reason. Yeah, I'm getting out. I don't trust it. I don't like this. If this would be the silver bullet, we would have been already. We've already seen. We would see more movement. It's just engineering liquidity for later. I mean, it's going to go up at some point. I mean, it's engineering liquidity, right? But when? Not before 350, maybe. Oh, I would rather miss the move than be in a move like that. I'm just really training myself to get out of these unclear when it's unclear when time. Look, if you positioned yourself already earlier, it's okay. You don't mind, but I mean, there's still possibility that we're going to go here because of these imbalances that it printed in my macro. Look, I highlight these for a reason because it's very valuable for London. I really wonder if this was not the silver bullet, because otherwise we would not spend so much time here already. Silver bullet is like you can enter just before the macro and then the macro runs, right? You have like a proper distribution. Yeah, I mean, you could still do it, but you could also go here. You understand what I mean? Like when you have like a proper silver bullet, you're in and out. You know very quickly it goes somewhere. You position yourself, and the move is within a couple of minutes, and it goes to your target within literally the same macro. Maybe you know you can be in a trade for half an hour and you're done. Oh, I took also that long was a good try. Yeah, and it was nice to. Hey, Adi, cool. You know, especially here, I was looking at the time. It was 8 past when I got in. Somewhere I was actually later. But when you're at the end of the macro already, you should always, especially when you're going to equal highs, you just should take your profit here. I think that was a scalp. Um, because it was already 8 past 3. Literally, that's the end of a macro, right? So to be expected. And like I keep on saying that I just don't like this area here. And let's see what it does. Check the 1 hour midpoint. Price is holding below it. I think we're going higher. What we're going to go a little leg higher because we need premium. We need to go a little bit more to premium. But the question is when? Are we going to go now or are we going to go further deeper into here and then go up? Hey, Mr. Chaos Factor, we'll see what happens. See if this one holds. So you have a little gap here as well. 970. And it's accumulating orders. I mean, it's definitely accumulating orders. Yeah, I'm getting back in. Now I'm going to even do my TP up to. It shouldn't even go lower than this one here. Okay, where's the first percent fair value gap of London? I'm still wondering if the 0.5 is just a better entry, is a better exit. $336. I wonder if we can get over this 4-hour inversion. This one, the 0.5 is exactly midpoint of this wick. I wonder if this is the this is the one that we. I will see how it moves. I mean, I'm just going to use time. If it starts moving in the macro, I'll just watch how it's moving within the time. Um, if it goes over this, then obviously we'll go higher because we've got. Okay, let's go. Hello, Goran. How are you doing? So when I see like the 3 a.m., the first one, I just use both of them because if you use the first one only, it's a little bit, you see, it's sort of like it goes back and forth below it, but we have this whole range that it's using, right? Just going back and forth in this range. It's creating equal lows here as well now, and we've got equal highs. So it's going to make us wait till the macro 2. It already take out this low here, balanced out this imbalance here. Let's go to the 30 seconds. We still have imbalances here though. I think they're trapping everybody to think it's a short. Retail-minded people are thinking it's a short. They're leaving all these liquidity points behind here. I wonder. We'll see. Yeah, I think it's going to take out these imbalances here. I think they're going to go balance this out before going up. Okay, so we broke the first percentile. We're down. So I do think we're going to balance out these imbalances for sure. Let's see. Um, guys, don't trade your live accounts with this price action. Do not. 15-minute suspension. I saw one as well before, but I lost it. I thought that I saw a 15-minute. Yeah, we need to highlight that one. Yeah, exactly. And that is also in my is in the it's exactly in the macro, right? So you want to highlight that. It's exactly this area. It's in the macro. So it's gonna. I'm gonna get rid of this one here. That's why I keep saying I think it's gonna rebalance this area first. But I still like the long at some point. Just not ready yet. We need to get to premium. This is that 15-minute suspension block. Oh, R shot. I think it's going to be taken out, that stop loss. I'm just leaving it for journaling. I do believe we're going into this area here. If it doesn't take it out, it is pure luck because I would not even, we're just creating equal lows, but I do believe we're going into this 15-minute suspension block. I said it before because it just needs to, if it creates all these things within a macro, and especially this macro, we didn't use this as a silver bullet to go up yet. So it's just using this time to balance out these imbalances here. But we still have some, before we go further down, I do think we need to go a little bit higher to go into premium before we really go down. So listen, this is going to be taken out, Arsh. It's just creating an equal low to take it out later on, right? So now you can clearly see that we have equal lows and this is ascending. But maybe it does, I mean, if it does not, then I'm just being lucky. But we do have equals here, but I'm still favoring the long. But maybe the time is not right yet. Maybe we're going to take this out first and then maybe go higher from here. But maybe, hey, it's just creating an equal and it's going up from now. Then I guess it was a good, but still, actually, when I look at this, I should have put it 1-2 ticks below it, to be honest, because it could have just taken this out as well, right? And then it would have stopped me out. So technically, my stop, I need to journal that. My stop shouldn't be here, but my stop should have been 1 or 2 ticks below it. So then, even though it took out this low and not go into this suspension block, then I would still be okay. But I think I'm still going to be taken out. But that's okay. I'm just paper, guys. This is low probability because it's just going back and forth, but it's a very good time to study. Um, yeah, so I'm using. So I'm sort of like, look, if we go to premium, this is fine. This area will be okay for me. Then I will be so I put it here, but I'm struggling a little bit. So once we go over this one, we have a little gap here. Oh, look at that. I'm very okay, guys. Again, learn from this. My stop should have been one or two ticks below this low, because even though I could sweep these, I would not have been taken out. We're getting close to the macro. I still don't trust it 100%. But so method, that's interesting that it didn't go to that suspension block, right? So then it's interesting if that fair value gap holds higher value than a lower suspension block. I want to study that because I really thought that we were going down here. Okay. So what? Okay, we if you want to safe trade that midpoint zero this here. But let's see how it reacts when it enters here, 922. Now this could be a scenario, guys, that we go to premium. We use the half of the macro to get to premium. The rest we could just slam down, right? Because look what it's been doing. Equal lows. We've got targets here. So we want to be very vigilant. I need to be very quick with my because I don't trust it that we might go all the way up. We just could go up to go down. Just if we have premium, it's enough maybe to go back down because we've been creating a lot of equal lows. We have got still some targets here. So I'm not too sure about my TP, to be honest. Just being honest. I'm just paper trading this, but I do see this little gap here, 90.70. So I'm just going to watch and I'm going to adjust accordingly during the macro. Who's in along with me? Yeah, well, I positioned myself, but look, I guess I've been very lucky here. I'm very lucky and realized, okay, it should have been 1 or 2 points behind. But then again, it didn't go there in a macro, so then it didn't sweep it, right? Okay, let's see now. You see, sometimes you need to take 2 or 3 stabs at a trade, right? And it also disrespected the first presented fair value gap, right? But then what did it do? It respected the 2 a.m. You see that here? So even though you always have to think also like, okay, what did it do? Because people might think here, oh, we are below the 3 a.m. We are now bearish, but it respected the 2 a.m. You see now, we hit that 4 hour IFVG, and it's sort of like not really going into it. Ugh, I hate this price action. Okay, everything is balanced here. No imbalances, just fair value gaps. I mean, no spottiness. Uh, okay, let's see. We can get some expansion. Nice. Okay, we are 50%, so we're almost at premium, so it could slam down anytime, right? I'm gonna take my TP off here just to 42. If it takes me out, I don't care. Be in profit. See, we hit the midpoint of the 4 hour IFUG. Let me use this one. We've got some nice short targets now as well. Equal lows. Um, let's see if we can take one more leg higher. Oh, oh la la. It's really, if you have a sprained ankle and a back issue, you're really handicapped. It really feels like then you really appreciate the simple things in life that we never think about. Just walking and sitting down. Both of them are a challenge now. Anyone else in the long with me? See, we hit premium. I wonder if we get one manipulation move above it and then turn back. Or are we going to go higher into this? Are we done? Are we respecting this as the, is this it? Could be. I mean, it's so low. I mean, I would never really, uh, it could go into this little gap here. Okay. Yeah, I want to share that gem with you guys, but I'll do it after the trade is done because I really think it's been something that I've been looking at, and I really think in situations like this, a lot of the times, because it happened a couple of times that I would go short here using the 3 a.m. And then I was like, why is it going long, and what am I missing? And I'll share it with you, and I just want to go reiterate it again. Okay, so now we are disrespecting the 4 hour. Let's see. Take a look. We might go all the way here, 970 maybe, if we are pushing through after 3 parts, but we'll see. I didn't feel too comfortable, but let's watch. Okay, see, for wisdom, my gal, listen, if you have a first presented fair value gap here, the 3 a.m., and obviously we are, we get taught to look at specific ones, but we had one here as well, the 2 a.m., right? Exactly at 2. And if one gets disrespected, always look at your left, and if there's another one that could be used, and especially this one here, we got retested exactly here at what was it, 343, and it didn't go lower. It created an equal low, but it still respected this fair value gap. This is then the one you should be looking at, and not the 3 o'clock. So always look like, okay, especially when it's very spotty and slow, look to your left if there's another fair value gap that might be the one that is actually being used. Because I know a lot of people, and I myself did that a lot. Yeah, most likely there's SMT as well, right? There's most likely SMT. But the thing is, the most important thing is, even though this got disrespected, most people will go short because they're thinking we're bearish here, everything is bearish. But I always highlight this macro for a reason, or LON always. The only thing that I wasn't sure about was that suspension block. Yeah, we have a lower time frame here as well, but I still think we're going to go into it. Yeah, hey, Winston, welcome to the family. Yeah, I think we're going to go into this little gap here. Um, so when we had this level here, we had this range, right? I'll show you guys. We never went below the 702. The range that formed from 2 a.m., the high, started from 2 a.m. open here. We never went below 702. Uh, I think it's very it's very clear. It's beautiful. Asia has dumped and smart money didn't run engine at all. In my opinion, first need to be around 2,500 stops. We'll see. I mean, it's a little bit unclear to me now where it wants to. I mean, I don't really. What do you guys think? Uh, oh, I've got a beautiful 2,500. Yeah, I agree with you, 2,500. No, listen, these are my magic lines. I want to say my magic. Oh, actually, before I fell, I actually went on a mushroom tour. So we have a big forest here, right? And one of my older friends, she says, "Oh, we have a guy, and apparently we have a lot of mushrooms in the forest growing here, and he does walks, and we walk a lot here." And so, oh, that's interesting. I'm always eager to learn. And so I went on this walk with her Saturday. I think I did some, and I said, "Oh, I didn't fall at that time, so I could still walk." And I don't know if you guys ever heard of chicken of the woods. It's like a mushroom. You can just pick it, and you can just it's it's exactly the same texture as chicken, and also it literally tastes like chicken. So It was very interesting because we picked it, and obviously we knew exactly what we could eat and what we couldn't. But you always have to prepare them. You cannot eat them raw. Um, and apparently we have magic mushrooms as well here, but I didn't. I wasn't interested in that though. But I ate the chicken off the wood, and it was just really. It was actually really nice. So I don't know if anyone else has eaten the not the normal mushrooms, but it's like really a big pieces. And Google it. It's very interesting. You can just prepare it the same way like you prepare chicken, and it literally actually tastes the same as chicken as well. Very funny. But anyway, so that was something that I did this weekend um, before I fell. So I guess this was the AMD. Let's see. Let's see how far will go the AMD. That is that a rhyme? Did that rhyme? Let's see how far will you take this AMD. 970. Okay, see, and this is the thing that method I don't like with the N walks. If I put on more N walks, I'm sure there's a more in between, but then I have to put on 20 because we're very low, right? So that's what I don't want. I'm sure if I put more N dogs or M walks, we will see more levels here where it's going to stop, and either before it gets to this one. So it already went through this one here. It's strong. Wow. So I guess when we have a lot of, that's the good thing about accumulation, right? When you do have a move, it does move, and 350 to 410 does provide when you have this situation a lot of the times. That's why I like the macro. Um, so let's see. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if we hit this level, 2500. Yeah, I think we're gonna go 2500. Yeah, we're already there. There we go. There we go. 2500 tagged. Yep. Wow. Let's see if it hits my level that I marked here. Uh, just good. Yeah, I will go to the here as well. Oh, you copy. Oh, so Piapo, have you eaten it as well? The chicken of the wood. It's really crazy how it does not taste like mushroom at all, and you can even make it like crispy as well. Um, So the question is, what would you expect to see? Only the next ones in top or below? Well, the thing is, the only thing that I'm interested in between two n walks, the ones that were between, and if they also are they balanced or the thing is, are they balanced or unbalanced? Right, that's also an issue. Because obviously we might pass through a lot of n walks or n dogs that are already balanced, and then we just pass through them, but the event horizons, you saw how long we have. This level was very important because we tagged into it and then we bounced. That was exactly here, right? This was the event horizon, and then I saw it and like, oh my god! Of course we're going to stop here for a while. So I want to see all the event horizons. So that's for me more important than specific end walks are the event horizons, the midpoint, because it's a point of liquidity or just a point where it will stop. Now, let's see if we stop here. Now, the end dog also have an event horizon, and sometimes you can see if they match up, they're even more important. But it's more for me about getting every time when we're between two end walks, I want to see the event horizon. Look how beautifully here we stop. I'm almost thinking like, shall I go short from here? This is almost short. Beautiful. Just beautiful. I don't know. There was someone in the chat who says, "Oh, we're in a bearish fair value gap, so it's bearish, skipping it down." Um, because you're in a bearish FVG doesn't mean you are staying down. It just means that you have to find the area where you might reject. But this is very bullish. Look, we've just engulfed this whole this 1 hour. Yeah, but the thing is, so method, because I have not highlighted a couple of them, I'm missing the n. I don't see the n because I've only highlighted these two. I only get the midpoint from these. But if there would have been, obviously I don't think there's any of significance. But we might have one, like maybe an n walk here, for example, which would give us another event horizon here. I'm just saying, just as an example. I do think we have here. So it doesn't plot. So I need to put all of them on to get those events. So it gives me a lot of clutter. So if I put them on now, let me show you. If I go back to, so now we're in between these two. So I want to see, or the ones that are just closest by, right? Oh, I still have 20 on. Oh, I still have a lot on. Okay, okay. I've got enough. Hold on. But you know what I mean, right? Sometimes when we go down a lot, you go back in time, and then you need to have them all on because you are going back. Like if you have a lot of a distribution to the downside, we go back. If we get back 1,000 points, you have to add a lot of weeks before to get the ones that are applicable for that time period. But we're going up now, so it's not an issue. It was an issue last few weeks when we had a lot of when we went down. Look at that! How beautifully it hit my TP. I'm not at the level that I'm marked here. Magic number. It's just a fair value gap, guys. Just knowing which fair value gap to use. Oh, it's reacting from here. I can tell you already. It will react from here. It doesn't have to be the full. It's just a retracement. It's just a retracement. But if you wanna look look how much it left behind. It's gonna go into retracement now. It's not gonna go. It's the end of the macro. We've hit a point of an imbalance. It's going to give it a small retracement. Look, you hit a 1 hour fair value gap here. It's 4.5. Yeah, I mean, we most likely are going back to the end walk, but I think we're going to get a nice retracement at some point, and it might be now. It's 420. Here we have here this one is going. So, that was a beautiful move, right, guys? I mean, this is a very nice area to journal to see what happened, and how it really gave like a short vibe at some point, right? Because I was also starting to doubt a little bit because of that suspension block. But I mean, I think we're going to get a nice a day because we have got so many beautiful equal, even though it might not go here. If we get a continuation in New York, it might manipulate first downward and then go back up or something, or let's see. I mean, that doesn't look bad. Um, where's midnight, by the way? Midnight is all the way here. We never tag midnight. Okay, what time did we hit midnight for the last time? 1 o'clock. Exactly 1 o'clock, and we left midnight. Okay, ooh, look at that. Oh, I would like to short a little bit, just a small. 423. Stop here. 702 into this fair value gap. Yeah, I'm gonna show. I'm just gonna take I'm gonna scalp a little bit, guys. I'm just paper trading. GP here. Stop. Just scalps. Hey, welcome to the family, Chris. So would you like to be able to only show unmitigated? So I would only like to see the unmitigated. Well, it's more, they get revisited anyway, but it's more of like keeping it very clean. So I only see the two that are most, for example, now because price is in between these two here, I just want to see those two, right? Because I'm not really sure about the unmitigated ones because sometimes they get revisited anyways, even though they are already balanced, so to speak, right? Um, that might be an interesting one as well to look into, by the way. Here, 424. Okay, yeah, that's bullish too. Here. Look at this beautiful 4-hour candle. Just beautiful, right? But we left equal lows here on the 4-hour at 24,808. So 24,808, 24. So we've got equal lows here on the lower time frame, but also on the higher time frame. And then we have this. So Monday, I call it ping pong Monday. If we do hit this end wall and we're done, I wouldn't be surprised we're going to go all the way back here because you ping pong a lot between those levels here on Monday and Tuesday. And technically we're just range bounding. I mean, it's still a big range to play in, right? It's not too bad. How many points are these? It's 121 to 250-ish. 240 points. So if we go back and forth, I wouldn't be surprised with these equal lows here, that we see these later, maybe today or maybe tomorrow. Yeah, not bad. That was not bad, the price action. What a bullishness, right? Look at this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, Mark, do we have a nice flat bottom one here? 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bullish candles. And obviously 1 4-hour bullish. Now we have equal lows here, but we also have like trend line liquidity here. So, but let's see if this, we can consider this maybe an order block. I think it's going to keep us down. It's in the gap. Hmm. What's the significance of the FVG where that move originated from? Okay, so what I've been seeing in my journaling, so a lot of the times when we mark the 3 a.m., the first presented fair value gap of London, right? So a lot of people, myself included, they will doubt the long because we went below this first presented fair value gap. So we mark this one as the first one of significance, right? You want to mark, ICT says you want to mark the ones that have 10 points or more. But when I see one like this here, I just add the bottom one with the volume and balance as well. But even so, okay, you go below it, then you go up, right? And then we move below it here. So that would, a lot of people would think, oh, we disrespected the first presented fair value gap, right? Because we went below it. But for one, if you are seeing this kind of price action with all that spottiness, that should be also like, But then again, if I see this happening, but I see the 3 a.m. is here, right? But I already marked this area. I always do, right? And we have this fair value gap here. We went into it here, and I also calculated the range that we formed from 2. Little gem, another gem here, guys. The range from 2 to the high, and we start to consolidate. Now, again, I'll show you, and I don't have to say anything. You can just watch 2 a.m. high, and we were in consolidation. And what was the low? Oh, shit. I saw the low. I saw this. We hit exactly 702 here. Now, I still should have put my stop a little bit below it, maybe even up to here, because we could have gone, we could have wicked below this, right? So When I went long, when I saw this, I went long because I thought, okay, you know what? We're using this fair value gap now, not this one, but we're using this one for the silver bullet. So we never went, there's no body that ever went below the 702 of this range. And it's a range from 2 a.m. Exactly 2 a.m. So it disrespected this one. It didn't disrespect it. But I was still a little bit, you remember the 15-minute suspension block. So that was the only thing that I was like, and I'm like, no, it's going to respect this one now. It's going to use, we'll come back later to this because we're creating equal lows here. And then we most likely will go into that 15-minute suspension block. We have to highlight that one, by the way. That is a very important one, this one. I'm going to highlight the 15-minute suspension block. Because the moment we go down again, we're going to use this one. I went long, but my stop loss at the 325 low and got stopped out. 325 low. 325 low. Let's have a look. You saw me getting stopped out a few times as well, right? I mean, it wasn't easy. But at some point it became clearer. 325. Yeah, I can see that as well. I mean, that is just. I think I got stopped out as well in that area, didn't I not? I think I got stopped out in the same area because you don't expect it to make an equal. Well, I mean, I didn't expect it to go lower, but maybe in the suspension block. But I would have done the same here. Yeah. But I think I can't remember. I mean, I got in. Does anyone see it keep going up? Well, listen. Yes, 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 yes. I do see retrace, maybe a continuation because midnight is all the way here, and we touched midnight at 1 a.m. and since we're just going up. I mean, it doesn't look bearish, right? I think I wouldn't expect. I would see us consolidate, maybe go lower, and then maybe continuation in New York. Could be. Let's have a look at the weekly, by the way. But listen, guys, they could just also just jag it up because of the war, and then just bring it up, 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 to enable to bring some, bring it down. Oh, we got a nice wick here as well. Let me switch off the emeralds. We could go all the way into this wick here. I'm going to stream this afternoon, not the morning session, but the afternoon session. I think it's time to go. Yeah, so I'm interested. I wouldn't be surprised if we start, if we go higher and take out these highs again. The daily went into this wick, we opened up, and then we are expanding higher. Yeah, I mean, definitely in here, and maybe take out the, and maybe even if we go higher, it's going to be somewhere in this wick. I marked this daily IFVG as well, and I have a target here. Yeah, I could see it happen, but I could also be, I'm also look here equals. We'll see. Um, where did we close? Oh, here. Okay. We had a really, really large. I mean, it's going back to the open, right? Um, so we opened up here. We closed here Friday. We opened up. We went down, and we're just finalizing a market maker model, right? So the question is, are we going to go into the gap, take out these highs, go higher, or are we going to go in original consolidation, 15-minute original consolidation, and go back down? But hey, I can see. I mean, I think higher time frame was still bullish, right? Um, we just have to get over this gap here. Once we get over to this gap here, so we to this wicks, then we're gonna go into these uh, weekly, the weekly wick, weekly wick. Let's have a look at the monthly, by the way, guys. What's going on? Are we at war? I hear like fighter jets going over, or helicopters. Yeah, the monthly is hard to read. I mean, cannot make anything out of it. I'm just very interested in this weekly wick. If we do get over this one here and we go into this wick, I'm very interested. But it might be more interesting to use this one as well, but it's almost similar. Um, equal highs. Um, Okie dokie. I think it was a nice, insightful session, right? I mean, it wasn't too bad. The accumulation, it did take a little bit longer, but it did give clarity at some point using the 350 macro. And even though we disrespected the first presented fair value gap of the London session, the 2 a.m. took over the job. And you can see here on the 15-minute, why is it of significance? It formed right above a high here. If you see fair value gap being formed above an intermediate term high, is of significance. It's a very important one. So I also saw that we had this up just above all these intermediate term highs. So that gave me also the bullishness. Yeah, so that's another little gem, I guess. If you have a displacement above intermediate term highs, that fair value gap becomes an important one and will be used. It was in the 2 a.m. macro, so the 3 a.m. became inferior. Okay, guys, I think I need to do some walking. I need to get this body back up in. I know I can't walk too much, but I do need to have some exercise for my back. So I think I'm going to end it here. Any questions? I think it was a good session. I think I learned a lot myself as well. Some things that I've journaled came back that I recognized, like the 3 a.m. first presented version versus the 2 a.m. The power of the macro of the 152.2 really showed itself today. Equal lows here, mind, keep those in your. I want to say, hey, Tamir, how are you doing? Mark these equal lows. The 15-minute suspension block is important, but also the 4-hour here equal. I mean, maybe not today, guys, but even though we might not go there today, once we have distribution to the downside, you're prepared because you know exactly where price will go. Here, 24,807 equal lows. Equal lows on the lower time frame, 877. Just write them down. Once we start distributing to if the war, for example, if the war breaks out, anything can happen. So also size down. Winston, it seems like the first percent of February is where smart money starts stacking their orders in. Yeah, they were definitely accumulating here. But then again, I think they already I think smart money was already in. I mean, much lower. Can we call this first stage? I'm always struggling with the first stage of accumulation and second. I find it difficult to read, to be honest. Look, this was already quite bullish, right? I think here we already have a change in state delivery. We went back into the range, and the range wasn't even. I think 61, 60, somebody already mentioned it. We went exactly at. If you want to find another confluence, I think I'm sure there's one here. This was 0.5 of exactly this range here of the parent range. Let me go into the 30-minute. So this range, the parent range, also here you can see, if you look at the parent range, I did it on the micro level. I did the 2 a.m. We didn't go lower. The bodies didn't go lower than 702. 702 is a magic number, guys, but you need to know which range you need to use. Ranges are very important. If you can read the ranges properly, a lot of the times you revert, you just go down to retrace to 702 and then you go back up. So 702 was here, so we went lower here, and smart money was already accumulating here. So already in Asia they were already accumulating, and here they were, I guess, reaccumulating. So 702 is a magic number. So, any questiones? No questiones? I need to do some. I need to try to get down to the stair, and I need to go. Yeah, Mike. Thank you for subscribing. Welcome to the family. I feel much better. I was a little bit in a bad mood when I started, but you guys already, just streaming and hanging out with you guys already make me happy. So thank you guys. I have to thank you. I'll see you guys later. I'll do an afternoon session. Not an AI, just do my pre-market prep for a very, very small group. And then I'll do a stream this afternoon again. I want to go back into doing a New York session again. Not as long as I used to do them, but I'll definitely do a New York lunch PM session. See how price action, we had a lot of movement. We might have some chop, maybe in New York, we'll see. And then maybe New York session, PM session might be good. Look, just be aware, guys. If you see this here, we might also enter an area of a consolidation, right? If you see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 half hours. Let me make hours. It's easier to calculate. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see, 5 hours. So maybe a part of the AM session might be a little bit choppy and back and forth because, you can always sort of like look to the left, expect some things. So I'm going to bet on the New York PM session, lunch PM. So I hope to see you guys there. If not, I wish you a pleasant day, and I'll see you guys later. Don't overtrade. Only A+ setups. If you don't see it, you just wait. It's just Monday. We just started. I took a very, very small trade on my on that evaluation, just very minimal. But I actually technically didn't trade at all. I just sort of like, I like to just, when I start, especially on Monday, and how am I feeling? Is my internet working? Am I working? Is my analysis aligning with my execution? I really don't mind just to paper trade London, and then most of the times my executions in New York are much better. I have a lot of good entries then because I just know where I'm at, where my mental state is, and I'm better prepared, so to speak. So I can highly advise everyone, just the first 2 trades of the day, just paper trade. See where you're at. Yeah, it's like a bus. They keep on, the entries will keep on coming. It's really, you're not missing anything. You're just preserving capital. So, okay, guys, that's it for me. I don't see any questions. You know where to find me in the Discord. I put a link in the chat. I pinned it if you feel like joining there as well. We still need to get that better up and running as well to do more things there, but it'll come. Okie dokie. I love you guys, and I'll see you guys soon. Ciao, ciao.